Right. Interviewer Rush Limbaugh is in the chair opposing two men in chairs, survivor Elaine and the train conductor Lucien.
Alright, today we're going to be talking to these gentlemen, a Holocaust survivor and a train conductor, working for the French company that brought Jews to concentration camps about their stories of World War II. So, can you tell us about what happened?
Well, at that time I was taken away from my family and was moved onto the train cars by the railroad company.
Chokes up from sadness.
I know this is hard for you, but can you tell us exactly what happened?
They
The SS.
herded us into train cars like cattle. We were so cramped there was no room to sit, only standing room, and for the 100 of us in the freight car, there was only one waste bucket in the corner.
Tears.
The train moved on for hours and never slowed. The air inside became so unbreathable that I had to breathe through a small window in the wall.
Thank you, Elaine. So, Lucien, can you tell us about your story?
Well, I was an SS officer for the Vichy France military. I had to force Jews by the hundreds onto trains every day after day after day, and after a while, I decided to park a truck on the tracks before the
Train you were on, correct?
Yes, when the train crashed, people didn't know what was going on. But once we heard sirens, we ran. Many of us were shot or recaptured, but many lives were also saved, including mine.
Thank you. That's a very touching story. Now, I'm going to ask you about a recent event that relates to your experience. I'm sure you're familiar with the recent agreement where the French government pays a total of $60 million to American, Israeli, and Canadian Holocaust survivors for what the SNCF, or Société Nationale des Chemins d'Etre Français, did during the Holocaust. This is the organization that transported you, Elaine, and other 76,000 Jews and undesirables to concentration camps in stifling caterpillars and boxcars during the Nazi occupation. All but 2,000 died along the way or were killed in the camps. Lucien, what's your take on this?
Well, obviously the company I was associated with was an accomplice in one of the most horrific times in world history. I didn't like it, and that's why I derailed the train. I knew the risk, but the horror I saw in these people's eyes as they were being loaded onto the trains was unforgettable. I'm happy, of course, that the survivors will receive money, but no sum of money in the world could ever repay them for what was done.
I agree, but this recompense is horribly long overdue. I mean, they stripped me of my family.
Over-exaggerated sobbing.
They stuffed me into a rail car like an animal.
Breaks down.
We are very sorry for your losses and sufferings.
Pause.
So, what has prompted recent developments surrounding this event? For example, business deals, human rights, political maneuvering?
Well, actually, I've been recently become a member of the Coalition of Holocaust Rail Justice, assembled with numerous survivors and U.S. lawmakers. We protested SNCF bids on U.S. contracts and have sought an admission of guilt from the SNCF for their role in the Holocaust. Our goal was to hold the SNCF accountable for their choices.
And what has become of your efforts thus far?
Well, in the beginning, not much. We filed several business lawsuits against the SNCF, which were dismissed by the Supreme Court. This year, the topic was brought back to the surface when the company was planning to build a rail in Washington, D.C. So that brought up controversy all over with the American Jews who were affected but not paid reparations. Because the modern management can't be proven guilty, the case is coming to a standstill.
Finally, does this new attention to this World War II event represent progress?
The French company, SNCF, has repaid money to survivors of the Holocaust, but has not taken responsibility for their actions of transporting Jews to concentration camps. Although the SNCF has consistently pointed to the fact that it was acting under orders by the occupying Nazi forces, they finally paid up. The French train company apologized for their actions in the Holocaust and eventually paid reparations, which does show progress being made.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm Rush Limbaugh. Back to you, Aridu.